Guys, right now I'm with Alex. Well, we finished the show at Hard Rock pretty late. Last night went to bed very late as well. And right now they're in the middle of interviews for a special project they're doing. And well, I'd like to know, how do you feel about the show last night?
Oh well, we're still pretty overwhelmed. Um, it's quite funny. Last night we weren't very. I was still very stressed, but it wasn't about the performance or anything. It was mainly about you know being able to translate the right feeling for the night. And every concert, every Your Favorite Enemies concert, are different in the spirit that we want.
Yeah, and we could feel it
Yeah, and
last
last
night
night
as
was
well.
very special. And even if just like we did in the interview, we didn't have like any sound check and everything, and that
Yeah.
that changed a lot. Because we're not able to actually being you know all the technicals are not very good, and we're playing in a very difficult environment. So you never know. It's really like you're jumping, from a very high plane without any parachute or something. So you know that you might fall pretty hard. But no, it was super cool, and honestly, it wasn't like forced or anything like that. We weren't trying to overplay or you know over focus on what we wanted that night to be.
Mhm.
So we really let the night flow and with the people, and I think that the crowd was like amazing and unbelievable.
You had a lot of interaction with the crowd. How do you feel every time you go in the middle of them?
I don't know. It's very again, it's very natural and genuine. It's funny because I'm a very shy person.
Yeah.
In my daily life, and but when you're on stage, when you feel really the connection, then you have the sensation. There's a big security, emotional security that from the very beginning of the concert till the end, that really is building like a momentum, and then you're able to fully exchange with the people, and you're part of it. You're part of the crowd. You're part of the movement, and it was quite funny because last night was the first time being in the with the crowd and in the crowd with the people. It was the first time watching the band perform for me. I stayed with the people screaming, and then I was like in a flash, in a very like in a split second, I was like everything was in slow motion, and I was like looking at band, that was like playing like a freaking animal, but really like it wasn't like overplaying or anything. It
Yeah.
was really just in the moment. Said the same thing, was very he's like a mad scientist. He was like with all the pedals and the effects, and you had Jeff who's like very like punk rock, and you had like Moose was holding everything together, and Miss Isabel, she was just playing the right stuff, and was very bringing like all the emotions on the top. Was very beautiful, and that's why I noticed that those guys, they could be pretty annoying sometimes, but they know how to play. I'm just kidding. No, it was cool, because last night I really felt like everything was in place. No, nobody was trying to outshine another one, and we were very moved by the crowd, and so that I think that was the essence of the night. And it's quite funny because even if a lot of people came, like, because we're no longer a well kept secret, in the business and everything, and people are trying to understand what the heck is going on, with this crazy Your Favorite Enemies band. We're kind of like the outcasted in a way, because
Yeah.
we're doing our stuff, and we don't give whatever about somebody else's impression or decision or our business. how business should be done, and so we're really going with our gut, and I think last night was all about feeling alive, and because we're all survivors in some ways, and that was cool, that was fun, even if it was a lot of emotions, and
I saw lots of people crying in the crowd. How do you react to that?
well, honestly, it's you always have like I always have like mixed feelings in a way when I'm seeing that, because nothing is planned, so it's not like we're not like the Jonas Brothers, expecting 8 years old
A
girls to
certain kind of
cry because
reaction
like
at a
I'm
certain point,
shaking my
yeah.
bonbon or whatever. And so, but just when you feel like there's such a connection that people are feeling as secure as I am to let go and crying or jumping and screaming, and so that's magnificent, and that's very incredible, because that we were able to create a real environment where people are alive and they're
Mhm.
ready to build something, you know, with each other. So that was quite amazing. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your time. Go let you finish those interviews. I know how much you like cameras.
I'm
Best of
getting
luck
used to
for
it.
you.
You're helping me so much now. I feel like I'm on like a
I really want you to be
it's like
comfortable in
a
any kind
reality
of
TV show, and
situation.
I have my already. But it's funny because I feel like I already have my 15 minutes of fame. So
You can have it every day if you want.
really, okay, that's cool. Thank you so much, and thank you for all the people that are following us, and you've been very faithful, and you don't have any idea how impactful you are. All your messages and all your support, it's feeding. It's feeding the passion, it's feeding the faith we have, and it's covering our doubts, and it's giving us so much energy to keep going, you know, and we're not feeling isolated when we're able to let you come, and we're allowing ourselves to be covered by your support and your deep commitment with us. So thank you so much. I really appreciate. And it's been just like I said last night on stage. We've been through a lot, and I've been through a lot, and the guys were very supportive, and it's been very amazing. And so yeah, so it's very cool to be here, and I'm just taking the moment for what it is, instead of freaking out. So yeah,
Right, thank you very much.
thank you. Thanks for the coffee.